Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Darrell, Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. Alongside me today, the coach, Robin Gary. Coach Gary, how excited are you for this one? The number 3 seed, the Richmond Spiders, coming in 25-6, 15-3 in the Atlantic 10, taking on the LaSalle Explorers, 18-12. LaSalle's already got a win in the tournament. How are you feeling about this game?
Well, I think it's tourney time. Anything can happen, and I know LaSalle is going to have to come with their A game tonight to beat the Spiders, but it should be a good one. Yeah,
now, I'd be remiss if we don't talk a little bit about what we saw right before this. George Mason gets a 87-85 win over a very tough Dayton team. There was a very controversial foul situation where it looks like Walton got 2 shots, and they, at the end of regulation, it should have been Dayton up by 1. What are your thoughts on this? Because this is one of the most craziest sequences I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was crazy. Dayton was up, and you blinked your eyes, and Mason came back hard, and then that play, I think, had us all kind of stumbled as to what was going on. Because like you said, as it looked, she made a layup and then got 2 free throws. And we're over here thinking that, we know something nobody else knows or something. But clearly we got the explanation, and it would have been nice if they had just shared that at the time, because we definitely thought something was strange.
So something amiss. There was something amiss there. So I really don't know for sure, but it is what it is. Starting lineups for today's game. We got Eris Mactoon for the Explorers. Lauren Patinood will be starting at the guard position. Joan Quinn, who we had a chance to interview last night, she averaging 11.2 points per game. Ashley Connor, who is one of the leaders of this team, along with Mactoon, and then Kiara Williams will be starting for LaSalle. For the Spiders, you got Alicia Newell, who has been a spark plug for this team defensively and offensively over the last couple of weeks. To be honest with you, for the last month. Allie Sweeney, another one of those big 3, averaging 10.5 points per game. Rachel Olstrom, who is first team all-conference, 14.7 points per game. Sam Dewey, who's had a really good season. She started the season as the 6th woman and had moved into the starting lineup in the later part of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, I really don't need to introduce to you Maggie Dugan, 21.6 points per game. She is the Atlantic 10 Women's Player of the Year. Coach, you had a chance to see Richmond a couple of weeks ago. What do you like about this Richmond team?
Wow, they can turn it on when they need to, and they just play so well together. And it'll be interesting to see the matchup. You got the Conference Player of the Year, and then you got the Defensive Player of the Year in Mactoon. So on the other side. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see where this matchup takes us to tonight. LaSalle had a really rough go of it last night. They won the game, but offensively it was a struggle. They can't do that tonight.
Absolutely not. It was, I had the opportunity to watch that game, and it was not pretty. So they're definitely going to have to come with their A game tonight, like I said, to be able to even run with the Spiders.
Well, it'll be fun to watch. We got the tip here. It'll be Dugan jumping for the Spiders and Eris Mactoon. So we got the Defensive Player of the Year and the Player of the Year going at it right off the bat here for the tip. Richmond Spiders, LaSalle Explorers, our last game of the evening here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. We got a really nice crowd out for this one. A lot of red in the crowd. So LaSalle's really going to have to look past that tonight. This is this is a home game for Richmond.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is a home game. We are here in their backyard, and they definitely have a great crowd here.
Well, here we go. The game is about to get underway. The Spiders versus the Explorers, next on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. And Eris was able to get a piece of it, and LaSalle will start things off. Ashley Connor for 3 right off the bat. And a big rebound by Maggie Dugan, and she's pushing the pace already for Richmond.
Yeah, Dugan got up and got all over that one.
Now we got Allie Sweeney at the top. Takes the pick from Dugan. Trying to find someone. That's Sam Dewey at the top, over to Dewey. Oh, look at Rachel Alstrom cutting to the basket for two.
Wide open, wide open. Yeah,
that's going to be a problem that LaSalle's going to have to try to solve tonight, because Dugan and Alstrom will do that all night. Mactoon takes a couple dribbles. Mactoon had a 20-point performance last night for LaSalle. Connor lost control of it, and it's Allie Sweeney. All the way to the basket for 2 points.
Yeah, Sweeney grabbed that one and went.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the winner of this game will take on George Mason tomorrow at 1:30 for a chance to head to the conference championship game. Sierra wins with a bounce pass to Quinn, and there's a foul on the play. You know, we'll see the two former high school teammates, and Maggie Dugan and Joan Quinn, go at it tonight. And these two know each other well, so it'll be a fun matchup.
Yeah, Richmond definitely looks like they have the size advantage starting out. They've gone with a big lineup here, and LaSalle's going to have to hang with them on the boards for sure. Got to make free throws, though. Got to make free throws.
So Quinn misses that first one, and, you know, free throws are such a big part of this, and we've seen it throughout the day. I mean, we saw one player went 9 for 11. It was just enough of the difference. Making those free throws are going to be critical throughout.
No doubt. That can win or lose a game for you.
So Sweeney will hand it off to Alstrom. Alstrom over to Newell, who is a person I look forward to probably try to shine in this one. She's had a really good last month for Richmond. And now Dugan backing against Mactoon. Defense versus offense, right at it, and defense wins this time.
Yes, it was close, though. It was definitely close.
Connor will take it, being guarded by Newell. A little bit of an arm shove there, and now they're going to call this on Newell. I don't know.
Yeah, that was that was definitely questionable at best. That's something that I think is a controversial point in all basketball now, is push off versus touch, one hand on them, two hands on them. It's pretty unclear, and you get a different call every time.
So now we got a 4-1 game. Richmond up by 3 here early. Rain Wright is now in the game for Richmond. Mactoon driving to the basket. A little bit of a wild shot there. Big rebound by Kiara Williams. She can't get hers to go. Dewey with the rebound.
No, Richmond is making it extremely difficult for LaSalle to do anything.
Sam Dewey for 3. Got it! Left the hole. She popped the nets. Who's going to unpop the nets? That's the question there.
You got to love it when the big girls drop in the rain like that.
Ashley Connor goes flying into the scorer's table. Hope she's okay, because the possession arrow hit the ground. And it's going to be Richmond basketball.
Huh. Interesting.
Now, I don't know if, maybe she touched. Oh, come on, Mr. Ref.
Oh, the ref just jumps up and fixes the net.
Why would you fix the net? I mean, somebody's got to unpop the net. That is basketball tradition.
Oh, my goodness.
Shame.
Clearly he doesn't know.
He clearly doesn't know. This guy has been a referee, I'm pretty sure, quite a bit of time. He's got to know.
I don't know. He's pretty green. He's a young buck, so
he don't know.
Maybe not. Yeah, no. We might need to talk to him.
Sweeney has the basketball. It's a 7-1 Richmond game. Alstrom for 3. That doesn't go off the left side. Big rebound by Mactoon. She went flying in there.
Mactoon got up there.
Quinn to Mactoon. She's trying to work here around Sweeney. And he's going to get it over to Padnood. All the way across to Milanich. Williams jumper. No go. Sweeney rebound.
Richmond is giving them no room. The defense is sweltering.
And Dewey.
Great
what
cut.
a pass to right. And she took a shot to the head there, but nevertheless, that's going to send right to the free throw line. It's a really good start here for Richmond. The energy is up there.
And they're patient. They're so patient.
They don't rush anything.
No. And defensively, Richmond is just putting the heat on LaSalle, and they're making every pass difficult, that's a coach's dream right there.
Man, I tell you, I mean, like I said, not to look ahead, but if we get the matchup we think we're going to get tomorrow at 1:30, it is going to be a doozy.
They are no strangers to each other, that's for sure.
Both battles so far have been like really weird at times. So it's really, the question is, how do they, who's going to be able to persevere? They haven't been high-scoring matchups. They've been like low-scoring affairs.
Right. Which version of the teams are going to show up? You just don't know.
And so, you know, when you see Mactoon going up against Dugan, it's like iron sharpening iron, you know, going at it.
Absolutely.
And it's Richmond basketball.
And I definitely think what Mactoon may lack in height, gracious, she can get up there.
So
she can get up there.
It's 8-1. I mean, her athleticism is extremely
insane.
Impressive. I'm not saying she could dunk, but
I bet she can get up there.
That's what I'm saying. So Sweeney now in control. Great defense here by Connor. Giving her, she stepped out. And it's going to be LaSalle basketball.
Yeah, those are the mistakes that you hate to see as a coach. Those are just turnovers that are just so unnecessary.
We saw a game earlier today where there was, in the first half, only 5 turnovers. And both teams were just going back and forth. It was a turnover-free game for the most part.
Yeah, it looks like they are trying to put the heat on Connor.
So now Connor, who is their leader on the floor, their floor general, and now Padenode is in trouble. Milanich over to Padenode. Swings it over to Connor. Connor a little bit of a push off there on right. Using that forearm to her advantage inside the Williams. 5 seconds on the shot clock. A little bit of a Dirk Nowitzki style shot there off the glass, and Richmond comes rolling.
Yeah, that was an ugly possession for sure. That was a very similar to what we saw last night out of LaSalle.
Allie Sweeney off to a really good start with 4 points so far, 2 for 2 from the field with 2 rebounds. 10-1. And now here comes Richmond again. And you know, me and you talked a little bit earlier. Here's Sweeney to the basket for 2. The New Jersey product doing big things, and Richmond is up 12-1.
Making it look easy.
Now, we talked a little bit earlier today, and I said to you, hey, if LaSalle plays like they played last night, Richmond's going to win by 30.
Yeah, this is going to get really ugly really quick unless LaSalle can come up with something. To me, it looks like they're struggling at the point guard position. It seems to me like they just don't have a true ball handler that can handle the pressure that Richmond's putting on them.
Yeah, and the way Sweeney has inserted herself so far, being the catalyst right now for Richmond, they're up 12-1. We'll be back in a second here on the Legacy Makers Sports Network. The Spiders are up by 11. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for the first half, or the second half of the first quarter, I shall say. And LaSalle has the basketball, and they're down by 11. It's been a tough start. Spiders on an 8-0 run right now here in the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. LaSalle has 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes, so that's a turnover per minute. Can't go at that pace, and there goes right. And finally, they have called the push-off.
Yes, that was clearly a push-off. If they hadn't called that one, we'd have had to start to wonder what was going on. But
it's been happening quite a bit. They let a little bit of it go. And that's another thing we noticed about the referees so far in this tournament. They have let a lot go.
Right, they're letting them play.
They are letting them play. And Sweeney brings it up the floor here for Richmond. Hands it off the right. Wright decides to take it herself, swings it. And there's a 3 opportunity that doesn't go anywhere. Milanich will get the rebound. Good coach, I saw you thought Wright had an opportunity there, and she didn't take it.
But that's just, so much patience. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just, Lord, I know. Robin would have, Coach Robin here would have shot that, no doubt. I probably would have shot it when I touched my hands.
And that's the thing. I think that's what Coach Russell has done a really good job of teaching them to say that you got to find the right shot no matter the situation. And that's what we have seen from this Richmond team all year. And how many players would have took that shot no matter the situation?
Oh, absolutely. But, always looking for a better shot and looking for their teammates. And, that's definitely a credit to a coaching staff that has instilled that in them.
So here we go. There's Mactoon. And, Mactoon with a nice jumper. And finally their first field goal of the day.
And did you see her elevation on that jumper?
She has
got springs.
I don't know.
We're going to call her Tigger.
Yeah, there you go. She might need to be doing the high jump. I don't know if she runs track up there too, but it might be something she might want to consider.
Absolutely. That kid is an athlete.
So LaSalle basketball. 12-3. And Milanich has control. Tried to get past Dugan and knocked away. Had control. Sweeney diving on the ground. Here's Quinn. Makes a nice move on Simon. Nice pass down low. Moses tried to make something happen. It goes straight into the arms of Maggie Dugan.
Yeah, LaSalle's putting the ball on the floor a little too much. If you struggle with dribbling it, don't. Pass the ball.
Tierra Simon. Sweeney, 3.
Bam. Oh.
It looked good. Rain Wright with the move for 2 points. Rain Wright has gotten better and better every single time.
Yeah, I was going to say, last time I saw them play, she definitely didn't get as much playing time as she's already gotten in this game. Well, that was a good take.
The Milanich will head to the free throw line here.
Yeah. Definitely play the game north and south. I think that's LaSalle's a good idea for them. You got to play north and south. You keep trying to go east and west and the ball's getting stolen or picked. So attack the rim. Make something happen.
So Milanich will head to the free throw line here to start things off. And knocks it down.
If they can attack the rim, draw some fouls, and make free throws, they can stay in this game. But They've only put 4 on the board so far, and it's got to come better than that.
And Milanic knocks down the second. And now here comes Anisha Scott, who had a nice run here at the end of the season. Has gotten a lot more time.
Shot.
It's not a bad shot.
Nah, she was too open. Too open.
Sometimes that'll get you. Here's Connor driving.
Ooh.
Oh, nice pass to Moses. Oh, you gotta finish that.
All she needed to do was catch it and go up. She was playing with it a little too much.
Scott will swing it. And now Olstrom for 3. That big Richmond 3, other than the one Dewey shot. Here's Simon. Her 3 attempt doesn't go, and now Connor with a rebound. That first Dugan or Olstrom 3 is the crowd's going to go crazy. Connor misses that, and now here's Dugan. Just running and running and running. Everybody's just rolling up the floor. Oh, nice save, but that was unnecessary save.
Right.
She hit her head on the table. That's the second time that's happened today. And
Again,
Joan Quinn.
attack the rim.
Joan Quinn making some things happen. Dugan's former teammate, and that one's off the front of the rim. And now Richmond's got to be careful here because they're kind of shooting themselves, out of this as LaSalle's taking advantage of it.
I thought she walked first on that, but again, attacking the rim. I think they heard me.
Yeah, I think so too, Coach. And so now we'll see Connor head to the free throw line.
With her untucked jersey. Ooh, as a coach, I just can't get into that. That's driving me crazy looking at it. I watched it on TV last night, and I said, gracious.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was a rule you had to have it tucked in.
No, it's not anymore. It's optional.
Really?
But as a coach, personally,
I don't know.
if we're going to wear them untucked, it's going to be a different style uniform at the bottom. When the shorts are so short and the jersey's so long, and at times last night when I'm watching the game, it looked like they're wearing a dress. I just can't get down with that. So to me, it just looks sloppy, but that's just my opinion.
That's just your opinion.
I see of the 5 girls in blue on the court right now, we got one with their shirt tucked in. So the rest of them are hanging loose there with the tag and everything.
It's so funny that I never really even noticed it before.
Well,
Richmond has their jerseys are kind of like as Tierra Simon has it like that, but her shorts are still kind of long.
Right. Yep. It looks strong.
Nicely done by Simon.
Flex on them, Simon.
So Tierra Simon, who came from St. Louis, a grad student, did so many great things at St. Louis, including winning a women's NIT. But that Olay defense, Coach.
Olay, Matador defense.
16-11. Oh, nice pass to Rachel Olstrom.
I was getting ready to say Olstrom's going to have to get involved in this game. There she is.
So we're getting close here to the end of the quarter. Quinn over to Mactoon. Trying to work something against Scott. Quinn for 3. That one hit nothing but glass. Rebound by Olstrom.
I think they better go back to driving.
And now Dugan. Dugan, who has not scored yet. And that might be over the back. And Wright, what I've liked what I've seen from Wright so far, she seems to be on every play. Every opportunity, she's just around the basketball. I mean, she may not be scoring as many points, but she's just around the basketball. Coach.
Exactly. Yeah, try to tell my players, be a magnet to the basket. Be a magnet to the basket. Be involved, and that's how you earn playing time.
So now Dewey swinging. We'll give it over to Wright, and that's going to be a travel.
She dragged that foot.
And I've said this about Wright all season. Each game I've seen the growth, and every game she's gotten more and more playing time. She went from being maybe like the 8th person off the 8th person, to now maybe like a strong 6 at times. So it's between her and then Simon and Perchetti. That has been the rotation that he's been strong with off the bench.
Yeah, definitely. When I saw them before against Mason, she definitely wasn't playing as much as she is now. But as a coach, I mean, you go in and make a difference, I'm going to find a spot for you.
Oh, man, Coach Russell is not thrilled. Whatever has him upset, he is furious.
Coaches don't get mad. Come on.
No, not at all.
They're talking about something else.
Talking about your favorite drink. Well, what do you like?
Mountain Dew, no Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
No Mountain Dew.
No Mountain Dew.
Okay, I think it's Dr. Pepper.
It's got to be.
Yeah,
It's got to be.
it's what the doctor ordered.
18-11. Mactoon with a chance to inch it a little closer, and she does. 18-12 here, 24 seconds left in this first quarter. And it was a fast and furious first quarter so far.
It is, and I can't help but think that Richmond's the ball's gonna find the hole here soon, and if they do, it will definitely change what's going on. Richmond just seems to have missed quite a few shots, 3 for 12.
Points in the paint right now, 14-4 in Richmond's favor. LaSalle shooting 25% from the field. Nisha Scott jumper won't go.
There goes Tigger.
Mactoon.
Oh my.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Mactoon got up and got that, and then took 2 dribbles and almost put it in.
Well, it looked almost good from here, I will say that much. Well, we head to the second quarter. Richmond's up 18-12 over LaSalle. We'll be back on the Legacy Maker Sports Network in just a bit. Legendary Culture Films has a brand new movie out, Boys in the Woods. When the walls seem like they are closing in and it keeps getting worse, a father is on the run from a local police while dealing with a territorial beef with a rival gang. And against all the odds, his children were kidnapped and held for ransom in the streets of Amelia and Richmond, Virginia. Boys in the Woods, coming to Tubi soon. Be on the lookout from the latest great project from Legendary Culture Films. Perfect mix. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. Or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, second quarter of action about to go down here from the Henrico Sports and Event Center. Got Rob and Gary alongside myself here for this one. Darrell Owens. Coach, first quarter thoughts. What did you see in that first quarter?
I thought that LaSalle made some good adjustments as far as attacking the rim. I think that's what put some points on the board for them. They were stuck at 1 there for a while, so it'll be interesting to see if Richmond talked about stopping that penetration.
Oh,
whoa.
There she is.
And 1.
I was wondering when she was going to show up.
And 1.
You know, and Dugan, you know, she's been so impressive in her career at Richmond. The first time I've ever heard, I'll be honest with you, anybody in this conference that I can remember getting WNBA since probably Natasha Cloud.
Right.
That in this conference to get WNBA recognition and potentially get drafted. I mean.
Yeah, she definitely she does the intangibles. I mean, she's doing things that you just can't coach, and I think that she could definitely make a difference at the next level. In the meantime, LaSalle can't control the basketball, so they are struggling here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen, you know, Connor went flying into the scores table earlier.
Yeah,
twice.
It's interesting because when you look at these two teams, when I look at the girls, to me, LaSalle, they look just so young, almost high school age young, whereas these Richmond girls, they look like college athletes.
Alicia Lewis' 3 is a little too long, and Williams gets the rebound. Williams had a big impact last night in that game. They went to her quite a bit, and I'm trying to see if they're going to try to make that happen. Dewey goes flying to the ground. There's a wide open Patanu.
Good gracious.
Patanu to knock down a couple threes. And they're going to say that is going to Richmond. You know, one thing about Richmond I've always said, and we talked about it the last time we had a chance to be on a broadcast together, is the silent run. It hasn't happened yet, but when it does, I mean, LaSalle has to find a way to stop it.
Right.
And if they don't, it's going to be bad.
It will be bad. There's no doubt about that.
And so now, Sweeney over to Dugan. Dugan almost lost her step. She saw a cut. There was a good vision there, but couldn't quite make it happen.
Yeah, Richmond moves so well without the ball. I mean, there is just constant movement. No one is standing around.
And that's going to be a foul. And that's going to send Sweeney to the line.
Yeah, I tell my kids that I coach, if you're standing still, you're doing something wrong. And offensively, there is no standing still for the Spiders. I mean, they are constant movement, and that makes it very, very difficult to guard them.
And so far, they've gotten a little bit of everybody in on the action. Newell, Pachetti, and Scott haven't scored yet, but Dewey, Sweeney, Olstrom, Dugan, Simon, and Wright have all put points on the board for Richmond so far as Sweeney knocks down a free throw. She's got 7, leading the way for the Spiders.
Yeah, and even if they haven't scored, they have touched the ball or they have assisted in a score. So everybody is involved.
100%. Pachetti, she's got a rebound. Scott's got an assist. Newell's got an assist as well. So they've all just, like you said, they've all contributed in their own way. 23-12. LaSalle still trying to find a way. I mean, last night LaSalle struggled so bad trying to score the basket. Both teams were shooting at one point like 25%. And it's hard to win basketball games when you're shooting 25%.
Well, and LaSalle is playing, their whole offense is so far out. They wait until literally 2 seconds left on the shot clock. They got lucky there. They wait till there's 2 seconds left on the shot clock to try to attack the basket. And you cannot play the game that high.
And they're trying to make something happen. Oh, this is nicely done. So Dugan gets more points.
Yeah, if I'm LaSalle defensively, I almost go to a zone here.
Oh, that's a
nice
great
cut. There you go.
That was a great pass there by Quinn, finding Connor cutting to the basket.
But yeah, LaSalle, I'm not so sure this man-to-man defense is the best plan. But then again, they don't pay me the big bucks.
They called a travel on Olstrom. Wow.
I didn't see it, but
yeah, I mean, it may have been real quick. My question is, if this was the NBA, would you have called that foul? I mean, called that travel?
Ain't no way. If this was men's basketball, it wasn't a travel.
No, that's
either.
not a travel at all. It's not a travel at all.
Not at all.
And they've been like, well, wait a minute. What do you mean? I was like, you took an extra step. No.
Right.
I seen Giannis one time from the half court all the way to the basket. he took one dribble. And I know he's long-legged, but, man, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, nice thought there by Padno. But that's going to be out of bounds and Richmond basketball.
I never encourage young players to watch the NBA to learn what to do. Or even as female young players, I don't encourage them to watch the WNBA. I encourage them to watch college women's basketball, and not all of it, because some of it's not good to watch. Not everybody's a great role model.
Ostrom was giving the ref a little bit of nothing too bad, but just trying to talk things out about that travel.
Yeah, she was giggling with him too. I think she was trying to approach it in a positive way, which is always nice. You never get anything out of an official if you're nasty, that's for sure.
So now they're going to slow things up a little bit here as Quinn has the basketball.
But here they are again, 7, 6, 5. Uh-oh. Yeah.
And Quinn's a pretty solid three-point shooter.
They let her shoot it, so,
Dugan for three.
Catch and shoot. Bam.
Let me tell you something.
That's next level.
And he better not unpop the nets. You wait till they get back down. Don't you unpop the nets, Mr. Ref. Don't you do it. It is a rule.
That is a great catch and shoot there from Dugan. That is definitely next level.
And Coach Mountain is not thrilled about that. But I know the ref, he's going to do it. Where's he at? No, don't you do it. No.
Well, this guy ain't going to do it.
Oh, no, now look at you. Oh, my God. No, you don't get a pat on the back for that, sir. I'm sorry, that's disrespectful. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I just have different rules when it comes to basketball,
yeah.
too. 28-16. Richmond up by 12. Alicia Scott has control of the basketball for the Spiders. They'll swing it over to Rain Wright, who drives the baseline. Oh, man, she probably could have done something special with that, but she gives it to Dugan. And she found
Flex
Dugan.
on him, Dugan.
Beautifully done by Maggie Dugan. 14-point lead for Richmond. And the lead is starting to grow.
Yeah, we got a moving screen there, I think, on LaSalle.
Richmond is shooting 52% from the field. LaSalle shooting 29 so far in this one. That's tough.
Yeah.
Scott's going to try to figure something out. Spiders are 3 for 3 in their last 3 shots. 3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes for LaSalle. Simon pump fakes, thought about it. Swing it over to Dugan, who's got, man. Scott, it looked like it was going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I think Mactoon got beat, which doesn't happen often as the defensive player of the year in the conference, but she decided to grab Scott. I think she thought they were playing a little tag and wasn't going to let her get the easy layup, so going to put her on the line now.
So they're going to bring Campbell. Shanika Campbell will come into the game, one of the dynamic freshmen for Richmond.
And that's one thing, a game like this, Richmond can run people in and out and keep everyone fresh because they definitely want to be playing again tomorrow night. So
yeah, I mean, and tomorrow's going to be, if they get to that game, that George Mason game is going to be a slobber knocker.
Oh, absolutely.
To quote JR.
They're going to need to be rested. Lots of ice baths and all that good stuff tonight, but they got to win this one first.
31-16, and Wright defense is just
relentless.
Just long arms. Just how do you? It's a good job. That was a good job there by Connor getting around her, but man, any other time she's just in the way.
Yes. Yeah. Wright got caught behind her.
Wright looking for Scott. Swings it to Ostrom, back to Wright. Simon looking. And Simon's going to drive to the basket. She lost control of it. It's knocked away by Connor. Connor all the way and just flings it up. And she gets the points.
No pretty points on this one, but it went in, so.
Hey, sometimes you just got to find a way.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about Connor's game. I mean, a couple years ago, they played, it might have been last year, I always say a couple years ago, but they played VCU. last year. It was last year. They played VCU last year in the second round. And she hit the game-winning shot in that game. And, I mean, she made a play that was just amazing. So she's tough as nails. But like you said earlier, she shouldn't be the point guard of this team.
Yeah, I think as a coach, you got to get your assistants on the road and get you somebody with some handles. And that is a game changer when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Richmond, for example. Richmond has at least 4 people that can handle the ball.
Absolutely.
Newell can handle it if she wanted to be the point guard. Sweeney, of course. Scott can come in and do it. And be honest with you, Rain Wright was a point guard in high school. She could do it.
Right.
But and that's the thing. Dugan can do it. Olsham has done it a little bit, but they've got 4 or 5 people that can handle the ball if they needed to in those situations.
They absolutely do, and that is just such a wonderful thing, not having to wonder who's going to bring it down or making sure you're trying to get it in a certain person's hands when anyone can bring it.
We're going to see what happens. We're going to be back here in a second. The media timeout. Legacy Maker Sports Network. The Spiders are up 31-18.
Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit-blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment would like to let you know about a few projects they have going on at the current time. Legendary Culture Films currently has 2 movies out on Tubi. The first one, Black Sheep. It's about a young hustler trying to make a transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. Black Sheep, currently out on Tubi right now. Also, the movie Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock who seeks revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It, currently on Tubi right now, so make sure you go check them out. And from Born Legend Entertainment, the man chosen himself with his brand new hit single, Throw That, which is currently out on all major platforms and on heavy rotation on 106.5 The Beat in Richmond, Virginia. So make sure you check out all the great content coming from Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment.
So we are back from the media timeout. 4 minutes, 36 seconds left here in the first half. It's a 13-point lead for Richmond. They've been in control the whole time, Coach.
Yeah, they really have. It's one of those games, as we were just talking about, where it's like you feel like, okay, Richmond's in complete control, and it's just going to kind of play out. But LaSalle, unless they figure out a way to get more points on the board, this is going to get carried away a little bit and just be a long ride home to Philadelphia.
Yeah, so right now 31-19. It's a little tight at the moment. For LaSalle, they got to figure that out. Sweeney will give it to Olsen, who thought about pulling it from there. But then she saw Moses, who's one of the best shot blockers in the A-10, giving her a little bit of problem there.
Yeah, I think they've got Moses in there to try to combat some of that height on the Spider side.
And there's Padenode, who swinging over to Mactoon, who's been kind of quiet here recently. Quinn driving. That's Moses for 2. God, you got to make those.
Yeah, I mean.
You can't miss that shot right there. Great pass, great setup, and Moses overshoots it.
Yeah, depending on where you're from. In the South, they call that a chippy. I've heard it called a snowbird, a chippy. Whatever it is, it's got to go in. When I used to work camp at Tennessee back 100 years ago, all those kids from the South that were there, they would say, "You missed the chippy." I had no idea what they were talking about.
It's the first time I've ever heard that.
It's a whole different lingo. We used to play the game knockout that we always knew as knockout, and they called it bump. Do you want to play bump? I said,
No.
what is that?
I remember Coach Watkins, shout out to Coach Watkins. Coach Watkins used to call it King of the Hill.
Okay.
And when we used to play, but I knew of it being knockout as well.
Right.
But bump is the first time I've ever heard that. Huh.
Yeah. Guess it just depends on where you're from.
Chippy is also something brand new. I've never heard Chippy before.
Oh, yeah. And also we would know, and this was a long time ago, but we would know where the kids were from based on the length of their shorts and the length of their socks.
Oh, Sweeney with a great pass to right. May have been a little too low. Hit Wright's knee, and now
got her.
I thought Connor was throwing the alley. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That threw me for a loop for a second. She had Moses in the lane, and Connor's blocked by Dugan, and then Dugan stares her down.
Well, you know, when you're the guard and you're gonna attack the rim, you got to go one dribble and go up. 2 dribbles is one too many, and Dugan made that very clear.
Yeah, she timed it perfectly. 3:25. Simon will come in for Ulster. So on the floor right now for Richmond is Pachetti, Sweeney, Simon, Wright, and Dugan. And it's Patinode, Mactoon, along with Milanich and Moses on the floor with Connor for LaSalle. Mactoon will get it over to Milanich. Milanich trying to get around Dugan. That's going to be a tough task. Mactoon trying to make something happen. Trying to work that pivot the best she can. A shot clock violation.
Yeah, if you notice the difference in the offensive movement in Richmond versus LaSalle, Richmond doesn't stand still. No one is standing still. LaSalle, more of a, what I would say, like a high school where you got a girl dribbling and everybody else standing watching. And I think that's a huge, huge difference in the way they play the game.
Here's Sweeney. He's swinging to Dugan for 3. Dugan still looking to get that, well, at least trying to get that second 3. She's got 1. She's 1 for 3 so far, and that one goes over the head, almost goes over the head. That could have been a disaster.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there we go, try to dribble it again.
Yeah, right, just waiting, timing the ball perfectly.
Look how far they are from the basket again.
Yeah, it's got to be tough.
That's a problem.
And that's going to be a shot clock violation. And Coach, I mean, how frustrating is that to watch?
Oh my gosh, I just spent a whole season watching it in firsthand from the coaching position, and you know, I went as far as, and it wasn't, I didn't create this, but I know many coaches that do it. I went as far as we started practicing with the ball with no air in it because they couldn't dribble it. They had to pass, and because I didn't have anybody that really could handle the ball, so.
It happens, and that's tough. Simon tried to get it into Dugan. There's a foul.
But yeah, offensively, I mean, LaSalle is just playing the game too far away from the basket, and then 5 seconds or less on the shot clock, then they decide to try to make a move, and it hasn't really worked out for them.
Well, now we'll see Maggie Dugan, who's got 10 points. I dare to say a quiet 10 points, but she's got 10 points and a rare free throw miss from Maggie Dugan. She's got 10 points, 4 for 8 from the field, 1 3-pointer to her name right now, and she's 1 for 2 from the free throw line with 5 rebounds and 3 assists.
Yeah, she reminds me of Liz Kitley who played at Virginia Tech. She's got about that size, that look, and unfortunate for Kitley, I think ended up with a season-ending career injury, a season-ending injury, career-ending injury, but is on the staff, I believe, now at Virginia Tech. But Dugan has that size and that look about her.
Connor trying to get through, and this part of defense is not letting them get anywhere near that basket.
But yeah, I mean, look at LaSalle. They're just standing. And then they have to throw up a prayer.
A junk shot there by Connor.
And I mean, not to criticize because you do the best with what you have, but I think it's just definitely a personnel issue.
Tierra Simon knocks down the 3.
I think Richmond's personnel is just better. And again, do the best with what you have and try to go out and get kids that'll come into your program and be difference makers.
This is the biggest lead we've seen all day. What a great pass to Mactoon, but they need more of that. They got to find ways to get to the basket. And
yeah. They definitely got to move, and they've got to move the ball.
1 minute left here in the quarter. And what a first quarter, or first half, I should say, it has been for Richmond. They're in full control. They're up by 16 at the moment. Oh, look at that. Cut to the basket. Perchetti. Oh, you got to make that. But she cleans it up.
That's right. She stuck with it. She stuck with it. Missed the chippy. I was trying to think of other words that I've heard used, but
there's so
those
many.
are the two that stand out.
And there's driving, and it's going to be a kick out to Milanic. She's trying to go. She loses the ball. And, Coach, there it is again. You said that that ball handler, they just don't have it.
Right. And, you know, credit Richmond. Their hands are active. They're getting hands on the ball, get touches. I'm sure they do drills where they count touches.
Coach Russell was upset. I don't know what he's upset about, but he is heated. And Rain right with the buzzer beater.
And he's still mad.
He's still mad. It doesn't even matter. Somebody's getting an earful. They're by 20, but somebody's getting an earful in that locker room.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's, you know, he's coaching. He's not looking at the score. He's coaching. And somebody might say, well, what's he mad about? He's winning by 20. But you know what?
Perfection.
You always want your kids to be better.
It's a perfection thing. You know, you want to be able to. If your kids are not doing the fundamentals, you want the fundamentals. Because if you do the fundamentals right, you're going to be just fine. It's something there went right. And now he's got to do an interview, so I know he's not thrilled right now.
Well, and then we just see the LaSalle coaching staff walk by us defeated like somebody stole their lunch money. So they've got to all go in there and get it together and come out better in the second half.
Well, I mean, look, this is the biggest lead they've had at halftime of any game in the tournament so far.
Well, you know, and Richmond's not mad about it because, you know, they win this game, they have to play Mason, who just played an overtime game.
Right.
And took everything in them to win that game. So Richmond is having a little easier go at it, and you know, that could play into a factor tomorrow night.
And that's where it's going to get interesting. Right now, the Spiders up by 20. Here are your scores at the moment. Dugan has 11. Sweeney has 10. Simon with 5. Wright with 5. Perchetti has 2. Dewey has 3. Scott has 1. Newell and Campbell are the only ones on the floor that have been on the floor and haven't scored. Osham also has 4. And for LaSalle, Mactoon has 5. Milanic has 2. Connor has 7. Quinn has 5. And Williams has 2. It's been a rough go. Shooting 28%.
Yeah.
Richmond shooting 50% from the field. Now, a low point for Richmond is 3 for 13 from the three-point line, but LaSalle's 0 for 5.
Yeah, I think that maybe Richmond's just put some in their pocket for the next round, because 3 for 13 definitely isn't characteristic of Richmond. But like you said, LaSalle, I mean, 28%. I don't want 28% of anything. So,
yeah,
you know, it's 7 for 25. You know, I guess they're shooting. They could almost probably put up some more shots, but they're just having a hard time hanging on to the basketball.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll be back here in about 13 minutes and 45 seconds to bring you the second half of action here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. The Spiders are up 41-21 over LaSalle.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, Just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at legacyfinancialwellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Hey, and you're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.legacymakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports. And then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Legendary Culture Films has a brand new movie out, Boys in the Woods. When the walls seem like they are closing in and it keeps getting worse, a father is on the run from a local police while dealing with a territorial beef with a rival gang. And against all the odds, his children were kidnapped and held for ransom in the streets of Amelia and Richmond, Virginia. Boys in the Woods, coming to Tubi soon. Be on the lookout from the latest great project from Legendary Culture Films. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Hey, and you're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.legacymakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports. And then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second half of action, and the Richmond Spiders have a commanding 41-21 lead over the LaSalle Explorers. Coach, what would be your advice to LaSalle heading into this second half?
Pray. No, seriously. They got to find a way to get to the basket. They went through a little spurt there where they were attacking the rim and things were happening, and then they got back away from it. So I definitely think they got to attack the basket.
We'll see what happens here. Down by 20. Mactoon's jumper, no good. Williams fighting with Dewey. And here comes Sweeney on the breaks. Got a couple people looking ahead there. Newell, who's back in the game. Haven't seen her in a little bit. Dugan runs into some traffic. She tries to get away. Alicia Newell now driving to the basket, and she just kind of throws it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was.
I don't know, the ball got poked away or not, or she just kind of tried to get rid of it. Williams takes a dribble back and down Dewey, trying to use that shoulder to get some position, and ends up getting the rebound there, but
they call that on Dewey. I'm not really sure what she did.
I'm thinking the same thing.
She's not sure either. I think Williams trying to back her in that's tough. Oh boy.
I don't know what they got going on here. So right now, 41-21. Here with 9 minutes and 10 seconds left. Alstrom will come out.
She picked up that quick foul. Let's see. I don't know how many that is for her.
And now Mactoon driving, floats it, and knocks it in.
The elevation on that shot is a difference maker right there.
It's so crazy how high she gets up. It makes it look easy.
She does.
41-23.
You got a big mismatch underneath, though, so let's see if Richmond's able to expose that. Oh, she's going to go outside.
Dewey's three, no good.
And see, this is where LaSalle needs to push and not settle and stop the game above the three-point line.
And even had Williams out at the three-point line as well.
It's just so easy to guard. Oh,
She teleported that pass. She teleported that pass to Williams' chest.
she threw her a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Mactoon jumper no good. A rebound. And somehow Mactoon's able to get it back. It was tapped to her. Quinn for three. That's going to hit off the back of the rim and a rebound by Sweeney.
No blue. No blue went to the board that time.
And now Sweeney finding it. Man, what's going on with the ball? Is the ball slippery? That's the second person that the ball that hit him in the face or missed the hands and hit the chest.
Were they serving fried chicken at halftime?
There you go.
We missed it.
Just greasy.
We missed it. I ate some goldfish.
And here's Rain Wright swinging over to Dewey. Dewey to Newell. Newell driving. In trouble. There's Maggie Dugan. Her three, no good. Padno up the floor.
They got to keep going, attacking the back. Look.
And there's
And
Mactoon.
there she is.
Oh, well, Coach, I think you said something about that.
Yeah.
41-25.
How about that?
Yeah.
It's easy to beat coach from over here, though. So
Yeah.
nothing against their coach. I can sit here and coach them all night long.
So Dugan struggling here to open the third. Still
Again,
16-point game.
Here they are. Attack the basket and look. Whoo, gosh, she got up.
Oh, and Dewey goes flying. And
Williams said, I'm going to let it go and let you fly. And she did.
Williams
That looked like a WWE, the Cesaro spin.
Yes. And you know, it's funny because Williams is so physical. I watched the game last night. She was just roughing up
Oh, my
on
word.
people.
And she is built like a football player. I bet she has big brothers.
Yeah, for real. She's just someone you don't want to go mess with. Not at all.
No.
Dewey will swing it over to Newell. Newell's three, no good. And now Richmond is in this place where they're shooting a lot of threes, and they're not falling there. I mean, right now, they have not looked great from the three-point line in this one.
Yeah, I guess Coach told them get all their misses out of their system tonight.
Tuh.
They're definitely running 3 in, 3 out.
41-25, 16-point game. Pichetti over to Simon to Sweeney. Now Sweeney drives.
Oh, create space.
I couldn't get it to go. Mactoon.
What's she gonna do? Elevate?
All the way, and there's going to be some contact. No, but low key here, we've seen LaSalle, play pretty good so far.
I think the LaSalle band right here behind us is waking up. they're nothing like that Dayton band was at the last game, but it's just impressive to me, honestly. This just shows you how far women's basketball has come. I look around, you see the bands from both schools, you see the cheerleaders from both schools, you see the dance team from both schools. So, that just shows the importance that these universities are placing on women's basketball now, which is so good to see because it didn't used to be this way. And it's got there, and it's only going to continue to build. So this is good. This is good for me to see as a huge supporter of women's basketball.
It's been nice to see the growth of the game. And, my biggest thing, I've always told people, and I don't think I'm alone in this, women's basketball to me is just more fundamental. You're going to get good fundamental basketball. And maybe I'm in the lone stake there of being somebody who loves fundamental basketball, but that's how I grew up.
Yeah, no, I think that, it's the proof is in the attendance at these college games. You've got, and not every college is filling every seat, but you got schools like Connecticut and the big names. They're putting 18, 20,000 people in the seats every night. You've got WNBA that's selling out. You've got Unraveled, which just wrapped up their second season. Everything is moving in the right direction, and I think we've got some great role models that these young ladies can watch and just model themselves after. as long as they do it with the right ones. Not everybody's a great role model, but we all fall short sometimes, I guess.
Well, Maggie Dugan gets the point on that one, 43-28. And Coach, you make a really good point. Unraveled I felt like Unraveled had a really good season.
Gosh, it was
just
great.
on a not even just like on an attendance record, but just I feel like the image of the league is in a really good place.
Well, you've got it just seemed like I think one of the reasons that for me that I enjoyed watching it is because the players looked like they were having fun.
Right.
And I think that the 3-on-3 game is so fun anyway, and whoever and I know that Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart were two of the people that started the league, but I know there was a lot of minds behind it, and whoever came up with the rules and the team names and all those things, like it was just a brilliant thing, and I think that moving forward, I was just talking to one of my former players, and we were saying how, I wish I'd gotten to go out to Miami to watch them, because I don't feel like next year they'll be in that same small arena. I mean, when they can sell out 20,000 seats or 15,000 seats somewhere, why are you going to be in a small arena? Because, more money, more butts in the seats, more money coming in means more money for the players, and I support that, but Unraveled was, wow, it was great. It was great to watch. All the little things they do, the one-on-one tournament and the incentives for these players who, so they don't have to go overseas and play, and keep them here and keep them safe and put money in their pocket and just let the game grow.
I felt like the one-on-one tournament is something that the NBA should look at.
Oh gosh, it was just fun to watch.
It was fun. When I was peeking in on it, I said, man, this is very, very good right now. And the NBA keeps giving us this trash dunk contest.
Oh,
and I'm like, give us the one-on-one. I don't even care if I would like the stars to be in it, but I think it would be fun to see the guys who are maybe your mid-level players, even them getting into it at one point.
Exactly.
I mean, you would want the stars in there because it would make it fun, and you would be more in tune to see what that's all about. But also, I mean, it's got to be better than the dunk contest.
I agree, and I think probably not in my lifetime, but you may see the women having a dunk contest before long when you've got these young players like a Dominique Malonga who, my best friend tells me that's not real dunking, but hey, it's not over the top or by any means, but I just always go back to the fact that it's good for the game, and it gives kids goals to set for themselves, and it's just cool. I mean, It's just super cool. So I'm excited. I'm excited about where it's going. I just hated that here in Richmond we don't have that. We back in the day had the Richmond Rage.
I remember that. Don Staley.
Yeah.
I
remember. I went to those games, and I wish we could do something here, but we don't really have a facility big enough, I feel like, I guess, to have.
To hold it.
Yeah, to hold that.
What was it, like 3, maybe like 1 season? Maybe
I don't
2?
even know. I mean, I just remember, and that was before what I call the Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark effect, where everything changed. When those kids came along, everything changed. And but yeah, before all that.
That was a beautiful move there by Joan Quinn.
That was nice.
Yeah, everything's just changed. I mean, we've seen and there's Pachetti knocking down a 3 for Richmond.
Yep. And as a coach, it's cool because my players come to my practices and they're wearing a Paige Beckers jersey, or they're talking about KK Arnold, or they're talking about Caitlin Clark, or they're, instead of talking about
LeBron,
not the right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but talking about the guys. But how cool is it to see them talking about girls, women, and giving them opportunities to go see these teams play. I had the opportunity to take some people to see UConn and Carolina women last year, and after the game, the kids got to meet Paige Beckers and Azzy Fudd and the whole crew, and oh my word, I mean, I was so excited for them, but they were just beside themselves.
That's awesome. I mean, and that's what it's all about. I mean, and the growth of the game. I know here on the network we've done women's basketball now since 2018, so it's been a big part of our network. And we truly enjoy the game.
Yeah, so. I mean, and I appreciate all that you do. I appreciate this opportunity. Like, this is cool. I would have never, seen myself doing this. And, I just love basketball, and I love women's basketball. And I am grateful for this opportunity. Hopefully we can keep doing it, and everything that you've done, shameless plug for Darrell here, but seriously, I mean, Darrell spends a lot of money and doesn't make a lot of money, and God bless his wife, because he's never home. And but Darrell comes back to his high school and does high school games. He does college games. He does NFL, and this is all after he had his stint as Mr. Rollback, if you don't know. So I knew him when he was a young high school buck, singing at the talent show in the gym. So I do appreciate our relationship.
We ain't got to tell about the talent show days. The knees a little rusty now. I don't know if it's going to look the same as it did back then.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
It's so crazy. It was 20 years ago now. I look and I say, wow. I think it's what, 2020. That was 2021. No,
right.
no.
Wow. No,
2001. 2001. I wish it was 2021,
Woo.
but it was 2001 when we did that first talent show.
Yep.
So forever ago now. Well, we'll be back in a second here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. The Richmond Spiders up 46-30 over LaSalle.
Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment would like to let you know about a few projects they have going on at the current time. Legendary Culture Films currently has 2 movies out on Tubi. The first one, Black Sheep. It's about a young hustler trying to make a transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. Black Sheep, currently out on Tubi right now. Also, the movie Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock who seeks revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It, currently on Tubi right now, so make sure you go check them out. And from Born Legend Entertainment, the man chosen himself with his brand new hit single, Throw That, which is currently out on all major platforms and on heavy rotation on 106.5 The Beat in Richmond, Virginia. So make sure you check out all the great content coming from Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment.
Yeah, we are back from the media timeout, and the Richmond Spiders with a 16-point lead as we get closer and closer to, sealing up the matchups for tomorrow. So far in this tournament, all the high seeds have won, and it's even though we had a scare in the last game, and for George Mason, and Ostrom gets it in for 2. We had a scare in that game when we thought that we was going to finally get that first upset, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot on the line here. I mean, these teams are playing for a trip to the NCAA tournament. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, winner, you got to win the tourney. Otherwise, I don't know that any of these teams would be getting in. They could be, but there's definitely a lot on the line.
There's a part of me, though, when we talked about this on the broadcast yesterday, Rhode Island is probably going to get in one way or the other. Right,
yeah. I was wondering. I haven't had the opportunity to see them, but I know that their consistency and their record,
Beating NC State was a huge for them. So I think they're going to get in, I think, regardless.
Right.
But the one that tomorrow's winner between potentially Richmond and George Mason, that's going to be the one that I think that them two need to win the tournament the most. Mason probably more than both of them.
Right.
Richmond has had some quality wins throughout the season, so it's going to be really interesting.
It will be. It's great to make it to the tournament for so many reasons, and just a great experience. Unfortunately, a lot of times these teams end up in that 16 spot, I guess, and they get to be blessed with a trip to UCLA or South Carolina or to Storrs, Connecticut, but it's all about the experiences. So again, there is a lot on the line.
Yeah, Richmond got a chance last year to get a win in the tournament, beating Georgia Tech, then had UCLA on the ropes for a little bit, and then UCLA showed why they're one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, just watched that documentary. It's interesting to see. They have a documentary that's now on the on YouTube, on the Fox Sports YouTube channel. Uh-oh.
Connor with the bank.
And coach over there is as happy as he can be. He's smiling. But yeah, the UCLA documentary, it was, you know, kind of cool to see the players outside of basketball.
So now we see Sweeney driving to the ball.
Wide open.
I mean, just smooth move on Connor all the way to the basket there. And you're not going to do anything with that.
No.
50-33. Here with 2 minutes and some change left here in the third. Williams looking, and there's Milanich for three. Dugan with the rebound.
Yeah, you wonder, as a coach, it's always tough. You know, how long do you leave these kids in? You know, I don't know. I think you leave them in. At this point, these girls are at the point in their season. They're in shape. So they should be able to go the whole game and then play tomorrow. But
great pass by Quinn to Mactoon.
It was an assist.
And it looks like an assist to me. I'm going to go with that.
An air assist.
An air assist to Eris. 50-35, and there's going to be a jump ball called there. And it looks like it's going to stay with LaSalle. No, maybe coming the other way here. Yep, it's going to go to Richmond here with 1:50, and we get some subs. Scott's going to come in along with, we got Scott, Prachetti.
Yep, 3 in, 3 out.
Yep, Dewey's coming in.
Yeah, that whole 3 in, 3 out, that doesn't work for everybody. Ask Tennessee.
Yeah.
Whoo, Lord. That's a whole nother show.
50-35 as the time continues to tick here in the third quarter. There's a three by Mactoon.
Too much muscle on that. Big rebound there. Gotta love it when the post player rebounds it and dribbles it down the court.
Yeah. And there's Dugan swinging it over to right. Right's got nothing but space and opportunity to the basket. You gotta make that one.
Angles. It's a game of angles, and that one was that was a hard angle. And that's hard. You know, kids in coaching kids, they miss shots.
Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul. Williams put the whole elbow into the chest of Dewey. And then shocked about the fact that she got called for the foul.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she was shocked or she was proud. She was, I don't know. Her emotions were kind of all over the place there. But I think she's, you know,
like you said,
forgot this was basketball there for a second.
Like you said, I think she has brothers. And,
yeah, she's got to. She's tough.
And they were rough on her. And
yes.
she don't play around.
I bet she may have played Little League football, too. I bet. She strikes me as that type that was just tough. Probably played every sport and was good at everything.
Scott fighting with Quinn for the basketball. $50-35. And a minute left here in the third. And
yeah, like we said, it's one of those games where it's just kind of it's playing out and you kind of know who's in control.
Yeah, I mean, I would be blown away if LaSalle is able to make the push in this one. I'm not saying that they can't, but
right. No, anything is possible. You're absolutely right, but based on what we've seen,
they haven't given up.
No, they haven't. And you know, they didn't lose in the first round of the tournament, so they've accomplished something. And right now, just looking at the coaching staff across the court here, though, they just look defeated.
And that's tough.
It is tough. It's tough to, you know, be away from. And it sounds crazy, but it's tough to be away from home. And you know, they're used to going away, playing a game, going back home, unless they're on a long road trip. But you know, I don't know when these teams got here, but you know, being away from home, there's nothing like sleeping in your own bed. So it changes you, and some people struggle to adapt. So
and we'll see Richmond take it out. And Scott with the inbound here for Richmond. Over to Pachetti, and an offensive foul. And that's on Dugan.
Which is interesting because I think really what happened was the two LaSalle players ran into each other, and Dugan was on the other side of them. But I don't think she's the one that fouled them. I think they fouled themselves.
I think she just happened to be there.
Yeah. Guilt by association somehow there.
So 50-35. It's been a long second. I feel like it's been on 50 for quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
And here's Connor bringing it up the floor, being guarded by Wright. Williams, a phantom pick, as I like to call it. Williams jump shot off the front of the rim. Newell had a piece of it, couldn't get it, but now she's up the floor. Trying to get it going here for the Spiders, up by 15. Newell thinking about it. Swings it over to right.
Just so patient, so patient.
And Wright drives to the basket,
And it goes.
and it finds a way in.
And the crowd goes wild.
52-35, 17 points, and now Wright will have a chance to go to the line here and extend the lead.
Well, you still have some Dayton fans here, and you know, they same colors as Richmond, so if they're wearing red, we're assuming they're all Spider fans tonight.
Yeah,
so there's a
exactly.
lot of red here
There's a
on
ton
both
of-
sides. Yeah,
ton of red
It's a good
here.
crowd.
Yeah, last year when they played here, the crowd was massive. And the game that everybody thought we were going to get was Richmond and Mason, and it didn't happen because Richmond getting upset by St. Joseph. Well, now, the way it's looking, we're going to get that game. It's going to be packed in here.
Oh yeah,
Right,
and
it's gonna be-
Mason's not far, and Richmond is here. So, this time of year is when you're going to also get a lot of the people who been intending to come to a game and just didn't get around to it, and now it's March Madness. Everybody's all in. I was looking over there at LaSalle's cheerleaders that couldn't figure out who their mascot looked like. I just realized this Cav man. He's just wearing different colors.
Yeah. He's the Virginia Cavalier.
Wearing.
It's his cousin.
Yeah, it's his cousin.
The Virginia Cavalier cousin, the Explorer.
Yeah, the LaSalle man. Wonder if his name is Sal.
Sal.
Sal LaSalle from Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's right. It's so funny. And looking at him, I didn't
It's
even
the
realize
same-
until
yeah.
you said it. Yeah, he looks just like him.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
probably his twin brother.
Same mom, different dad.
Yeah. One's in Charlottesville, one's in Philly.
One's in Philly.
We know which one's tougher, I think.
Exactly.
Sorry. My
Did it-
sister and my niece, UVA people.
Well, I'm Wahoo Wow for me. I'm a fan anyway, but we'll
Yeah.
see how that goes. We'll be back in just a little bit. 53-35, Richmond up over LaSalle.
Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-51. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix.
Fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long day here at the Henrico Sports and Event Center. We've seen some good games today throughout. This one's been a little bit tough for LaSalle, but definitely a great day of basketball. And right now, all the higher seeds have still reigned supreme so far in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Before I forget, I want to shout out the Spider-Man down there, too. I don't think that's his name, but the Richmond mascot, he's down there. I don't know. I'm not a real big fan of spiders, but he's pretty cool looking, too. Yeah. So we got to give him his props. Or maybe her. It could be a female spider. I don't know.
It's something like that.
I don't know how you check for that, and I don't really want to know. So thank you anyway.
Look, all I know is the Spider's got one dance move, and that's been my complaint for years. I need the Spider to do more dance moves. And then I thought about it. I think the Spider just may not have enough space in the suit to do any other dance.
No.
It's one move.
There's a lot of appendages there that are involved, so might get it messed up. I don't know.
That's great. So we'll see. LaSalle take the ball out under the basket. Down by 18.
Oh.
Quinn trying to.
Good movement there. Oh.
There's Quinn, pull-up jumper.
Nice.
That's a nice shot selection, just didn't go. And here's Campbell getting the rebound. Williams is just on every play.
Williams.
I'm
Williams is
man.
surveying the competition. She circled her. I'm telling you, Triple H and Vince might need to, Triple H, I guess.
Yeah.
Might need to take a look at Williams.
I'm telling you, right?
Pair her up with Nia Jax. Whew. Lash legend.
That'll be different. Oh, there's a takeaway. That's Newell.
Oh, Lash Legend was a basketball player.
She was, WBA. I forgot who
Texas. I think she played at Texas A&M. I'm not positive.
I think it was Texas A&M. And then she played for, oh, man. I want to say she played for the Atlanta Dream, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, that sounds right. That might be in right there.
Yeah, there's a miss there.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man, I think Scott got hit in the eye.
Williams is sneaky. She just popped Scott. I mean, threw her like a washcloth.
And it's funny, like a lot of coaches would love to have a Williams-type style player on their team because you want that person that just – the rugged just don't care. It's gonna bruise the other team.
Yeah.
The Warriors have had Draymond Green for years. That's been his role, and he understands that.
Yeah. The bruiser.
Yeah, Robin was that way. Just have guys that just go out there and just beat up on the other players.
I mean, she's tough.
Here's a three opportunity by Mactoon. That won't go, and Simon's able to get the rebound.
Yeah, I wonder who guards Williams in practice.
Oh, man, Scott took a tumble.
Whoa, everybody's falling like dominoes.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, this is Padnode. She's down on the ground, still down on the ground. Hopefully she's all right. Yeah. It took a little bit of a tumble there. And she seems to be okay.
She's waving off the help. She said, I'm okay, as she hops off.
Yeah, they're going to put Milanich in to substitute for her. Get her checked out real quick to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, they were banging hard in there. Now guess we're looking at the play.
So I guess they're going to figure that out. I don't know.
Yeah, this is definitely a change in basketball, how they can go back and look at everything, which I guess has its good and bad points.
Yeah. Takes away from the game part.
Yeah, definitely can. I mean, as a coach, I look at it like, if my team needs a break, at least they're getting a little extra break there.
So Statman update here. So Lash Legend was drafted by the Storm.
Okay.
Mississippi State.
Look at that,
State.
right?
There you go.
It was two words.
We knew we were close. You knew
right.
it was two words in there somewhere.
I was in the right was I in the right conference?
Yeah,
I was in the right
conference.
In the mighty SEC.
And the mighty SEC.
Whew, Lord. Yeah, they got
their tournament is going on now.
LSU South Carolina matchup tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
I think that's right.
Kim
Ole Miss just put it on Vanderbilt, which was a big upset. They said Shea Ralph got tossed.
No.
I think it was interesting. But I think they also said that Vandy put up 60-some points in the second half.
Whoa, 60 points in the second half?
Came from way behind, but still lost. So
that's crazy.
That is a team that I think is going to be dangerous in the tournament. Dangerous in the tournament. Can they play with the likes of UConn and UCLA, I don't know. LSU, another dangerous team. Gracious.
Yeah, LSU. Is it Betts they have out there? Betts? Is it Betts? Am I saying that?
No, UCLA is Betts.
Yes.
LSU, they got a team full. So I'm excited about the tournament.
Yeah, it should be another fun one. And UConn is undefeated.
Whew. Yeah, I mean, they're just tough.
Every year.
I guess the only question people have about them, though, I think, is just the conference they play in and strength of schedule, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I mean, they've got some ball players, and I think they're prepared for anything. So could we see a repeat?
Maybe.
I can't say that I would be mad at it, to be real honest. And that's hard for a Tennessee fan to say, but
Yeah. Gino is just so legendary at this point. I mean, the things that we've seen Gino do is just top notch.
It is. And, you know, my best friend was just saying, you know, she started liking UConn just to root against Tennessee because that was who I liked. But now I like UConn. So what has happened? What's going on? I just appreciate good basketball and the type of kids that he has on that team. They just look fun. They look like they love each other. They get along. Man, they can play. They can play.
I don't know if Coach Auriemma is planning on retiring soon, but I mean, it's so funny. Like as a kid, I remember him being, you know, it's like he's gotten older now. Obviously,
Oh my gosh! When he was at UVA, I mean, he was assistant at UVA. He was a young buck, and he, wow, he has made quite an impact on women's basketball. And then, you know, when he leaves, his successor. I mean, to me, all fingers point to Shea Ralph. But is she going to want to leave? You know, Shea played at UConn, but is she going to want to leave Vanderbilt? She has built something amazing there, and you know, money
deal.
talks. So
yeah, it's a tough deal. And then when you know you got the UConn name behind you,
yeah.
I mean, that's what happened with Duke. You know, when Coach K left and Trotter came over and take over, and he's just step right on in, and everything is good. So I feel like there's got to be somebody who's an alumni that can come in and do well there. So. It'll be interesting to see where they go with it.
It will be. Well, look, it looks like we've had some, I don't know what went on here. We've got technical fouls, and Richmond's just sent one to the line. Now we've got another one on the line.
How many technical fouls have we got going on here?
I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a clerical error. I mean, I didn't see the LaSalle coaching staff. You know, nobody was causing a stir, so I don't know. It could have definitely been a book error or it could have been anything, but nonetheless.
She knocked down both free throws, and that's a 21-point lead. Now, I will say this. I saw something. The referee went and actually spoke on the microphone. So why couldn't they do that in the last game? But you know what? That's the last game. We're not even going to talk about that.
That's right. It's still weird, though. The whole thing was weird. I don't know.
Scott will give it to Newell. She misses. Campbell had a chance at the rebound, couldn't get it, and now Mactoon has it for LaSalle over to Connor.
I like to see the Richmond bench got excited when some of the kids that don't get to play as much, like Campbell, gets the ball, and they're, you know, cheering her on to score.
Yeah, Campbell's going to be one of those players for this team that does a lot of good stuff over the next couple of years.
Oh, man, she just looks like a ball player.
Yeah, and it's got to be tough. But you got to know when you got Maggie Dugan and Rachel Ostrom, it's going to be hard to get playing time.
Yeah.
And a three knocked down by Connor.
I guess as a coach, though, you just never know. I mean, you think you have a whole team coming back, and then half of them enter the portal because everybody tends to think grass is greener on the other side. And with NIL and money, and I mean, it's scary.
Yeah, I will
say.
As
a coach, I mean, I feel like it's definitely could be scary.
I do love the fact that I feel like Coach has done a really good job. Coach Russell has done a really good job of playing his young players this year and mixing them in with the veterans to kind of get them used to, you know, and it could be a smart strategy knowing, hey, look, you're playing a little bit now. Don't run away next year when we got when we got more people leaving. So, you know, they got like 5 seniors on this team. Yeah. So, you know, the Wrights, the Campbells, the Peyton Richards, those players, Scotts, they're going to be the focal point next year.
Right, and you keep them happy. I mean, you know, it seems like he has a great relationship with his players. You know, and Richmond's as far as recruiting, I mean, it just depends on what a recruit is looking for. But Richmond's a beautiful campus in a beautiful area, great education. I mean, they have a lot to offer. You know, so why would you want to leave?
And I'm assuming based off of this crowd today that the NIL is probably pretty solid at Richmond.
Yeah, I feel like that, they're not given the kind of money that the SEC or the Big Ten or the, is giving, but, they're getting something. So,
7 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the fourth. It's almost a 20-point game, but currently an 18-point game.
Yeah, it's tough to win when you putting up 38 points. It's tough to beat anybody.
Yeah.
But
especially
to Richmond's credit, Richmond is playing well.
And there's a foul call.
And the thing that I see in Richmond too is they're athletic. I think we could probably play a tennis, pickleball. We could play softball, soccer. These girls are athletic. So I think that you could take these girls and probably compete in a lot of sports from the looks of them.
We got a fun fact about Gino Auriemma. The amount of time that he's been coaching at UConn is more than twice as much the amount of time that UConn's women's basketball was played before he got there.
Yeah, that's unreal. Another funny story is when I was in high school, that was before. Unless you were the ultimate player, recruiting, you had to advocate for yourself. And I remember sending letters to schools, and one of them I sent it to was Connecticut, because at the time, they weren't the Connecticut that we know now. And I just laughed because I had a letter back from him, and Lord knows where it is, but I just laugh at it now because it's hilarious, because not in a million years could I have ever played at the UConn of now. But it was crazy. Times were so different then.
But you had to give it a shot, though.
Yeah. And the only reason I contacted them was because I had known him as an assistant at Virginia under Debbie Ryan. And so I just sent all these letters, to be a kid who thinks you are so much better than you are is crazy. Unreal.
That's funny, Coach. And a nice
Well,
move.
It's better than the kids that you deal with nowadays who, they want to play it. They all come to you and say, I want to play at Carolina. And I say, well, you can't.
Yeah. Well, you can't is the most honest thing I can tell you.
I'm sorry.
Connor misses it. Yeah, you don't have Carolina in you.
Well, a kid takes their SATs and immediately they start getting letters from colleges. It's not being recruited. It's just getting a letter from a college, and,
right.
and they think they're being recruited, and somebody has to
tell
them the truth. And it's, I'm the bad guy, but, rather hurt your feelings now than make you feel silly later. So.
That's true, Coach. Sometimes, look, and that's
Whatever.
a tough thing.
Tough love is hard.
Yeah, sometimes people don't want to hear it, but you got to let them know.
This day and age, this generation.
60-40.
As somebody says, sheesh.
Quinn will give it over to Connor. Sweeney.
Oh, that's a nice
that's
take.
A nice move
That
by
was
Connor.
nice.
60-42. Richmond is closing in on the berth to the semifinals tomorrow.
Yeah, I think at this point, look, if you're LaSalle, you got 5 minutes left. I don't know what he's got on his bench. He's looking there.
He heard
goes.
you.
He heard me.
That's insane.
He and I must have this telepathy thing going on, but I don't know. At this point, I guess you get your seniors in, maybe, or and if they're not seniors, you let these kids play who haven't seen the court other than to carry the water or whatever they've done. And granted, some of them could be hurt. I don't know, but I'd love to see him clear the bench on both sides. I think Richmond's got a couple. Looks like maybe one over there that hasn't gotten in, and she very well could be hurt. I don't know, but
So you probably got another, knowing Coach Russell, it'll probably be around the 2-minute mark before Coach brings anybody else in. That based off of what I've seen.
Yeah. But then again, I don't know what goes on at practice either. So
And this is a valuable experience for anybody that can get in. Even if in the LaSalle's case, if you don't win this game, you're still going to get some valuable experience. And Manuel trying to make something happen. She comes in and does a travel. She tried to do the spin move, lost her balance, and the elbow went into the chest of Simon.
Yeah, definitely good experience. Making memories is what I tell the kids. Make memories.
Yep, and I guess like that time I tell people, I say, I got struck out by Verlander. People laugh when I tell them. I say, but I don't care. That's important to me because I got struck out by the Cy Young winner.
Absolutely. I tell stories about watching him, getting to see him pitch, and people will say, what?
Yeah.
And I say, yeah, we would go over there after the softball games and watch the baseball game, and there he was.
Yep. I had my one opportunity my freshman year. He struck me out. Coach Swearinger said, if you hit him, you make the team. And I did not hit him at all, so I did not make the team my freshman year.
Oh, look at that.
And Manuel with a good rebound and a good effort to put it back up, but I think it's going to stay here. Nope, they're going to go to Richmond. And Coach Russell is still mad. Seems like he's been upset the entire game.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. He was yelling either at Ostrom trying to bark out some type of direction there.
Yeah.
And he's still upset. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that in a coach.
Yeah. I mean,
I
this is only the second time I've seen him, but just watching him, watching his interactions, watching his passion. Richmond needs to do what they can to hold on to him because just like players transfer, money talks, and
I was concerned, and I said before, I thought last year when the Tech job came open that he was going to be, probably a top name on that list, especially with the way he's been able to recruit. And you give him Tech money compared to what, now I'm not saying I don't know how, I don't want to get into Richmond's pockets, but in most cases, bigger school, you would assume.
Yeah.
And there's a miss there by Ostrom. And Mactoon tried to save it, and are they going to call this one? Oh, wow.
The crowd is still into the game. No one has fallen asleep. It is a 62-42 game, and they are booing like it's a 2-point game, so you got to love that they are still involved in it. Nobody's really leaving. I see one couple leaving, but that's, they're sticking around.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got some NFL news for you that's a mind-blower. The Oakland Raiders, or the Vegas Raiders, are trading Max Crosby to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks.
Whew.
Wow. Did not see that coming. I mean, we had heard the talks, but wow. Max Crosby, a Raven. Yep, they're going to get a first-round pick this year and next year.
Wow. That's huge.
That's massive. I did not see that coming. So right now, Richmond holding on to this.
Oh, wide open. There it is. There's the girls on the bench. They wanted her to get a bucket, and they are excited now. They are dancing.
So Campbell.
Gotta love that.
It gets the bucket. And see, that's also a good thing to get the players in now because we don't know how tomorrow's game is going to go.
Right.
Connor, the junior.
Williams looks like she is done. She is exhausted. She has played hard. I mean, I don't know that she's been out, but for a minute or two at a time, and I mean, she looks like she's exhausted.
She's exerted a lot of energy today.
She has.
Connor will head to the free throw line here to knock it down. (64-46). Richmond is just 2 minutes and 28 seconds away. And there's Quinn with a steal. Nice pump fake and 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, LaSalle is not giving up. They're still playing hard. And, it would be easy to look at the scoreboard and give up, but that's, again, a credit to their coach. Play hard. Play hard till the final buzzer.
Man, oh man.
Because, if the WNBA isn't an opportunity for some of these girls, the opportunity to go overseas, and I, tell the kids I coach, there's always somebody watching you. So they're watching you with 2 minutes left and you're down by, 25 points, and they're watching you when it's a tight game, and they're going to see how you react in all situations. So you just never know. So
Always got to be vigilant. You always play your best when you're in these games, you know.
You never know.
You never know.
And I'm sure, I would think they probably pick an all-tournament team.
Yes.
Stuff like that. So, you know.
All-tournament team will be voted on Sunday. It's always a fun time.
Oh.
And Quinn starting to feel it a little bit. And we've got a timeout here with 1:40 left. 13-point game. Richmond up, still in control, but
Yeah, it's
try to put a little
13
pressure.
points, but I swear it doesn't seem like it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're watching the game, you said feels more like 25 to 30.
Right.
And I think Richmond is kind of, I won't say slacked up, but I think they've kind of reserved themselves a little bit. They
There
know
you go. Cruise control
Yeah,
mode.
you know the task at hand tomorrow and what it means, and I think that's going to be important. So.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it would definitely, take. I'm not saying it's impossible. It would definitely take some definite, amazing clock management here in the next minute and 40 seconds for LaSalle to be able to go on a run. But hey, last game we saw a team that was winning by 10 end up going into overtime and losing.
Winning up by 10 and lose by 2.
Yeah. So I watched a Maryland game earlier this year, and I don't remember all the numbers and the details, but literally like in less than a minute, I think they scored like 13 points or,
And that's insane.
It could happen.
Well, 13-point lead here for Richmond, 64-51 with a minute 40 left.
Maybe if they tuck their shirts in, they could come back. I don't know.
Coach says, look. Oh, she heard you. Wait a minute. I was about to say, Coach, you got to stop speaking this into fruition here.
Yeah, no. We thought Connor was tucking it in, but I don't know. It would just bother me that it would be that it's hanging. I don't know. I'm not 20 years old either, so I'm not even 40 years old. So
yeah,
I'm not 60 though. So
I promise you that much. Look,
LaSalle is coming with the full court pressure. Where has this been the whole game?
This is late.
Wow.
This should have happened. At least 5 to 6 minutes ago.
It's interesting, an interesting turn of events. We haven't seen a full court press the whole game, and they have jumped all over Richmond. But we got a foul called. The coach is not happy about it.
Yeah, but it's a very interesting move to go with this now.
Yeah, it's a little,
it's a little late.
It's too late. It is too late. I was going to be kind, or someone told me be nice to LaSalle, but it's a little late. Again, easy to say from sitting over here, though, but definitely a little late.
So Simon will now try to knock another one down, and she does.
It definitely wasn't in their plan to foul, though. I know that. So I think that's why Coach was a little frustrated.
Williams over to Patnode. Hands it off to Quinn. Connor to Mactoon.
Elevate and shoot that thing.
Mactoon fouls Patnode.
It's crazy. All of a sudden, LaSalle's moving the ball so well.
That's like I said, just too little, too late. I mean,
and maybe they're young. I haven't looked at what year these kids are. So
yeah, they have a lot of young players.
Yeah.
I think it's only they have no grads, and I think they have 3 seniors.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so everybody else is sophomore, freshman, junior. I know Mactoon and Connor are both juniors.
Right. Okay.
So you're going to get both of them back.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully, prayerfully for the coach. Yeah. And I think when the season ends, you sit them down and he's going to clear the bench. But when the season ends, you sit them down and talk to them about what's next.
This is just me, but I always felt if you're going to clear the bench, you got to do it with like 3 minutes left. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
I feel like 1 minute. I think as a player, wouldn't rather stay on the bench, but I feel like you got to give me a little. If we're up, you're down. Obviously,
I agree.
the turnaround is coming, but give them some time or sprinkle them in with some of the starters, so that way it's not as bad. But
right, yeah. I mean, I've turned to kids before and been like, "Hey, look, there's 15 seconds. You want to go or do you not? I don't want to embarrass a kid."
Right.
I mean, college is different, I guess, but
Right, driving all the way to the basket for 2. 70-51, a 19-point advantage for Richmond.
Well, you've also got kids here who's, not that a coach has to really consider this, especially at this level. But I look at it from the standpoint of, hey, some of these kids' parents are probably here, have driven into the tournament to see their kid, and
right.
you know, let them be on the court in this situation. I'm not saying it's always going to happen, but you know.
And that one goes out of bounds.
There's a human aspect to coaching too that I don't think everybody gets, but you know.
They're going to call timeout here with 30 seconds left, a 19-point lead here for Richmond.
They're going to set up the 19-point play.
The 19-point play is crazy, Coach. Where are they? Is that like the Rock and Jock days when they used to have the shot, you shoot from half court and the basket was like 87 feet in the air. It was a 25-point shot to be exact.
Yeah.
And they used to shoot it up in there.
Yeah, it looks like he's cleared the bench and got some kids in that haven't been in yet. So I guess he just wanted to give them some instruction. Let them have their moment. Nothing wrong with that.
30 seconds left here in this one. I lost control of it. She's so happy to be in. I love it.
Oh, my word.
She is so happy to be in the game. I love it. She's like, look, man, I'm out of here. I love it. She was so happy to be in the game. She made the play, and she was like, all right, here we go.
I don't want to be mean, but wow, that was interesting. Okay, well, Richmond is excited. They're getting a standing ovation here, and they will go on to face George Mason tomorrow.
Well, there it is.
And it won't be the game that they just had. That's
no,
for sure.
Not at all.
And
I think you made a good point earlier where the Spiders should be reserved here, man. Like they didn't have to play. Like we didn't really even see Dugan there the last 5 or 6 minutes. So well rested.
Yeah, and you know the advantage of being in their hometown. And I mean, I'm not sure, but I would think that they're staying in their own places because we're right here. I don't see that they're going to put them up in a hotel when they can go home and sleep in their own beds, in their dorms, apartments, whatever. I don't know how it all works, but there's definitely an advantage to being in your city.
Well, there it is. Richmond moves on. They finished the game on a 6-0 run. Final scores in this I'm getting my words out, but final points here for LaSalle. MacToon had 13, Quinn had 12, Connor had 18, Williams with 6, Milanich with 2. And that was it. That's all the scoring for LaSalle. They had a lot of people play, but that's all the scoring they were able to get. Richmond, Dewey had 5, Sweeney had 12, Ostrom had 6, Dugan had 13, Simon had 10, Wright had 10, Scott had 7, Perchetti had 5, and Campbell had 2. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Gary, thank you for joining us for the broadcast. Definitely a good time. I know sometimes the blogs can be a little bit tough, but you handled it with grace. Definitely appreciated you coming out for today's game. It's going to be a fun one tomorrow.
I know. I look forward to watching it. Interesting to see how it's all going to play out.
It's going to be good ones tomorrow. So first game at 11, you'll see Rhode Island take on the number 1 seed Rhode Island Rams take on the number 4 seed Davidson Wildcats. Then you'll see the number 2 seed George Mason Patriots take on the Richmond Spiders, the number 3 seed. Should be a good one tomorrow. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. I'm Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. Shout out to Russ Taliaferro for great work today, along with Robin Gary. Tomorrow, we will be back out to get ready for the semifinals. Thank you all for tuning into the broadcast.